Yo, what is going on, viewers of the tube? My name is Tyler, and with yesterday's video saying altcoins are going to dump, and then waking up today and looking at the sea of red with most altcoins dumping more than Bitcoin, it's kind of hard for me to not say, I told you so. It's time for Chico Crypto. Here's the thing, people, with alts pumping 2 days ago and Bitcoin not, this was not a good sign, and it was obvious alts were going to get harder than Bitcoin if Bitcoin dumped. Now looking at the 7-day chart, Bitcoin was hovering on the upper 10,350 resistance, dipped down to the $10,200 range, and then the big dump came down to 9,900, but has since recovered back over 10K. Now with this price action, it is once again fitting nicely into that symmetrical pattern, but now hovering on the lower support range. A breakdown past 9,900 would put us out of the pattern, and a breakdown downwards would most likely commence. I still predict we will hover in this range up to the expiry on September 23rd, the official launch of Bakkt. This is the critical breakout date for Bitcoin, and in my opinion, most alts are going to be either taken down or boost up with Bitcoin, not the other way around. Although this September 23rd date could also be a critical date for a couple of altcoins, one of which is one of my largest holdings. Besides Bakkt's launch, there is a major global financial services event organized by the powerhouse Swift. This is Sibos 2019, and it also begins on September 23rd. A couple of altcoin projects have major connections to Swift, and something big could be announced. The first one is Chainlink, who has direct connections to Swift, as if we go to Chainlink's website, they are directly on their website. We work with banking technology leaders like Swift, helping connect banks to smart contracts with enterprise-grade oracles, which if you go to smartcontract.com, owned by Chainlink, you get further details. We are proud to be working with Swift on their own Swift Smart Oracle, allowing smart contracts on various networks to make payments, send governance instructions, and release collateral with over 11,000 banks. Which, if we click into the Swift Smart Oracle, we get a visual breakdown of the smart contracts Chainlink is building, which are sponsored by and in collaboration with Swift and InnoTribe. Now here's the thing, the European Union initiated the Payment Services Directive, PSD, in 2007 to regulate payment services and payment service providers throughout the European Union. An update to this was brought forward in 2015, called PSD2, and it aimed to facilitate increased competition in the payment service market, promoting innovation while enhancing the security of online payments.
PSD2 aims to secure e-payments and expand the financial services ecosystem. It covers most of the payment service providers, demands the use of strong authentication, and opens bank data to third parties.
Here is the key with PSD2. It opens bank data to third parties. Here is a nice Medium article explaining PSD2 in simple words. As long as the user consents, third-party companies will be able to provide them services, which banks only were able to. Banks are obligated to provide access to their customer accounts through open APIs to these third-party providers. And just looking at some Chainlink documentation, it's easy to see that they will be a major piece in PSD2. As it says, connect to any external API, send payments anywhere. Now here's the thing, PSD2 was announced all the way back in 2015, passed into law by 2016, and the last and final implementation was mandated to go into effect on September 14th of this year. Then if we go to Barclays, the largest bank in the UK, in an article they talk about PSD2, and they explain open banking is already in place, but the wider rollout to other accounts and services will take longer, and the majority don't take effect until September 2019. I know some people are going to argue, but there was a delay with PSD2, which is true, but the thing Chainlink is most likely involved with, the third-party access framework, did come into force in September. It was just the SCA, or Strong Customer Authentication compliance part, that was delayed, which is confirmed by Barclays at the bottom of this article. So the Open API third-party access was just mandated to go into effect 5 days ago, and Swift's major conference, Sibos, begins on the 23rd. There are a few conference sessions I am oh so keen to see. The first one is API modeling, best practices in developing an API use case. In the talk, they discuss APIs delivering value beyond open banking and PSD2. This next session is the one I'm most pumped about, and it's titled Swift GPI Link, linking Swift GPI with trade platforms, the results. Now, I'm not only pumped because it has link in the title, but Swift will be reporting key findings from their proof of concept, linking the Swift GPI with trade and e-commerce platforms. This includes a live demo and feedback from POC participants. Now here's where the second altcoin comes in, which is not my favorite by no means, but something big could be coming out of this conference session for them. The speaker for this conference includes David Nicol, head of digital assets at R3. Well, if we need to figure out the proof of concept and which blockchain it is connecting to, we can find this article written by Swift at the end of January of this year. And with this proof of concept, they will work on R3's leading blockchain platform, Corda. And the Corda blockchain has the Corda settler, which is used for instant payment settlements through off-ledger payments. Payments via cryptocurrencies subject to public blockchains, as well as traditional payments like bank APIs. Well, XRP was the first digital currency to be supported and is even in the R3 Corda settler documentation, which most likely means it will be a digital asset presented in this proof of concept. But you see in that documentation, oracles. And if we go back to that Swift article about the POC, we see under introducing GPI Link. And to ensure global integration and interoperability, it will support APIs. Then if we scroll down, it says in the POC, corporates using the R3 platform will be able to authorize payments from their banks via GPI Link, settle GPI payments through their bank, and receive credit confirmation on the respective trade platforms via GPI Link. Now just think about it, people. Chainlink is more about contracts and processes that are automatically triggered and executed. So while settlements on this POC may happen in XRP, the order to pay or authorize payments will come from an Oracle command, most likely from Chainlink. Why? There was a Chainlink meetup 3 days ago for the Palo IT event. There was a demonstration of Chainlink certifying a Swift payment on the Ethereum public chain. Let's watch now. The actual product demo takes another 5 minutes, so we will fast forward through that. But it's obvious, it is no longer a matter of if, but when connected smart contracts will reach their adoption. Anything that needs triggered, authorized, or executed will run through Chainlink nodes, and it's possible they will be featured at Sibos. Well, viewers, September 23rd could be a big day not only for Bitcoin, but a couple of altcoins, including XRP and Chainlink. Now remember, this is all speculation on my part, and Sibos could come with no mention of Chainlink or XRP, but breadcrumbs are being left, and I always pick up on those. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.